Good evening, everyone. Today I'm excited to share with you a project that has been a meaningful exploration into the realms of lifespan development. My name is Jose Ramirez. I'm a clinical mental health counseling student at Palo Alto University. This project is part of my course Counseling 612, Lifespan Development, under the guidance of Dr. Janessa Henninger. Let's delve into this project now. Introduction. Jasmine is a 26-year-old cisgender Latinx woman who recently became a resident of the United States residing in Colusa County, California. Jasmine is in the early adulthood stage, a pivotal period characterized by personal growth and self-discovery as she moves beyond adolescence and begins to shape her first adult life structure. She is firmly committed to holistic health and wellness. Jasmine has amazing budgeting skills and advocates for herself and her family. She previously pursued guidance in these areas to improve her personal development, which shows openness to learning. Jasmine has a supportive family that contributes to her holistic health. Jasmine is also currently practicing meditation, but has identified a need to increase physical activity in her weekly routine. Before exploring the ins and outs of the project, I think it's crucial to explore the interconnected factors shaping Jasmine's experience. Let's look at the systemic, family, contextual, and cultural consideration that play significant roles in Jasmine's journey. When analyzing the systemic factors, we see Jasmine is rooted in a supportive family environment. This support is key to Jasmine's overall well-being. Jasmine's advocacy and budgeting skills contribute significantly to her systemic approach to personal development. Her ability to navigate and influence systems within her family showcases her proactive stance towards growth. The dynamic within her family plays a significant role in shaping her relationships, values, and support system. These factors all contribute to the person Jasmine is today. Considering the contextual elements, Jasmine's Latinx identity is a key influence. This cultural context contributes to her perspective on health, wellness, and life choices. Jasmine's early adulthood life stage shapes her priorities and presents unique challenges. So now let's look at the interconnectedness of all these factors. The support Jasmine receives from her family environment is the basis of her well-being. So let's take a look at the purple circle in the bottom and notice how it illustrates that Jasmine's family support enhances her advocacy skills. These skills are not just tools, but fundamental components of her systemic approach to personal development. In the blue circle, we see connection between Jasmine's skills and her Latinx identity. This illustrates that her skills contribute to the expression of her cultural identity, influencing her perspectives on health and wellness. Jasmine's parents don't know English, so she bridges the gap for her family. As a bilingual Latinx woman with great advocacy skills, she voices concerns for her family and her community. Now, in the orange circle, we observe how Jasmine's cultural identity influences her priorities and challenges in early adulthood. This highlights that her Latinx identity isn't isolated but deeply intertwined with the shaping of her current life stage. As a Latinx woman, Jasmine attends cultural events, which include events sometimes out of the country. Again, this shows how cultural identity influences her early adulthood life stage. Finally, look at the black circle connecting everything together. The interconnectedness shapes Jasmine's holistic health journey. Her family, support, skills, cultural identity, and life stage makes Jasmine unique. As we uncover these connections, we gain a deeper understanding of how Jasmine's family, skills, identity, and life stage work together. Now let's explore the impact of the interconnected factors on Jasmine's journey towards holistic well-being. Implementation and impact. Implementation, week 1, initial meeting. So in the initial meeting, we were able to establish fitness goals. We also created a customized fitness routine. Creating this fitness routine, we had to actually address some age-specific barriers and concerns. So Jasmine travels a lot. So looking at her schedule and ensuring that we were going to be able to, have this customized fitness routine and at the same time, have Jasmine still partake in her, regular monthly schedule, um, was a little difficult because I also work full time. I am a full-time student. So it was a little bit challenging, but we were able to customize the fitness routine tailored to both of our schedules. So week 2 to 4, there was ongoing engagement, weekly workout sessions tailored to goals, progress tracking and analysis, collaborative discussions on challenges and successes. So on week 3, Jasmine had a trip that was planned to go to Mexico. So during that weekend, we were just gonna do Zoom and just work out through either Zoom or FaceTime, and we're just gonna get our workouts completed that way. I actually ended up buying a ticket to go to Mexico during that weekend, and we actually were able to get our workouts in a different way. We weren't using an elliptical, we weren't using a treadmill. So we used our Apple Watches to track our steps. It was a lot of us that ended up going, a lot of family that ended up going to Mexico during that weekend. So we were walking all over the place. We actually were able to go to the plaza of the town and participate in some of the cultural dances that were being performed. There was a lot of cultural activity, so we were still able to get some of our workouts in using our culture to expand on these workout activities. So on week 5, we had a final evaluation and future planning. We evaluated achievements and setbacks. So again, the achievements were improved fitness levels and strength and cardio utilizing cultural workouts. That was a great achievement that we weren't even aware that we were gonna complete. Another impact was holistic health, integration of physical activity into self-care practices, personal growth, development of discipline and commitment to health goals, self-discovery, insights gained throughout the project. And this is what Jasmine said once we were done with our final workout. Getting fit wasn't just about exercising, it became a way to bring my Latinx roots into my daily routine. Working together, I realized that taking care of myself is also celebrating where I come from and discovering more about who I am. Development theory, Erik Erikson stages. So now we turn to Erik Erikson's psychosocial stages, which is a framework that examines the challenges and conflicts individuals face at different points in life. So let's see how Jasmine's experience align with Erikson's key stages. So we'll start with infancy, trust versus mistrust. Key tenets: Erickson speculates that during infancy, the primary challenge is developing trust. So, considering Jasmine's supportive family environment, we see how trust is promoted through consistent care and nurturing. I know Jasmine, I know her family, so I know that ever since she was an infant, there's always been a lot of consistent care and nurturing. Early childhood, autonomy versus shame and doubt. Key tenets in this stage, the focus is on developing sense of autonomy. Jasmine has consistently pushed for her autonomy since early childhood. Her advocacy reflects her journey towards independence, as she has had a supported infancy that helped her develop her autonomy. Again, this shows how infancy, is connected to her early childhood. Adolescence, identity versus role confusion. Key tenets: Erickson suggests that adolescence is marked by the quest for identity. Jasmine's fitness journey and commitment to holistic health align with exploring her identity during this time. So, how I mentioned earlier, there was different workout routines that we had that helped Jasmine explore her cultural identity. Um, so even though identity versus role confusion is during adolescence, I feel like this fit to into Jasmine's life just because she's exploring her identity still to this day. Even though she's committed to this identity and she's already partaken in a lot of cultural activities, as she continues to learn more about her roots, she's going to continue to explore more on her identity and cultural understanding of her roots. Young adulthood, intimacy versus isolation. Key tenets: the challenge in young adulthood is forming meaningful relationships. Jasmine's collaborative effort with me to enhance her well being reflects the pursuit of intimacy in her life. Developmental theory, Erik Erikson stages, continued. Empirical support, Coker et al. Explained, if we are able to successfully navigate the developmental task at each stage, we foster personality strengths that will aid in our identity development and carry over into our future interactions and stages. When examining Jasmine's life experiences in each stage, we can see that Erik Erikson's stages of psychosocial development flow with Jasmine's lifespan development. Her culture also plays a massive role in each stage. Jasmine has been utilizing her cultural strengths developed at each stage to shape her current intimacy stage and expand on her cultural knowledge. In the journal Familialismo, Ethnic Identity, and Bicultural Stress as Predictors of Mexican American Adolescent Positive Psychological Functioning, Piña, Watson et al. Explain, given that adolescence encompasses a developmental stage during which youth are forming their identity, we expected ethnic identity would play a significant role on psychological functioning. During Erik Erikson's stages, we see how Jasmine's identity plays a vital role in her experience in each stage. Ethnic identity development. Now we will explore Jasmine's ethnic identity development and see how it connects with her wellness journey. We will look at 4 identity statuses to see what status aligns with Jasmine. These stages offer insight into how her Latinx roots influence her approach to holistic well being. So we'll start off with foreclosed status. The person in foreclosed status of ethnic identity development is committed to an ethnic identity, but this commitment is not based on that individual's exploration. Instead, this person has adopted the ethnic identity of the community or family of origin without question, and the person has not explored the meaning of that identity. So, although Jasmine is committed to her ethnic identity as a Latinx woman, she is actively engaging in exploration of her identity. So, this status doesn't align with Jasmine's current status. Diffuse status: the person who is in the identity diffuse status has neither engaged in exploration nor does the person demonstrate any commitment. Again, Jasmine is actively engaged in exploration of her identity. So, once again, the status doesn't align with Jasmine currently. Moratorium status: the person in the moratorium status has engaged in exploration but has not committed to the ethnic identity. This is the person who is still searching to understand whether or not they can really accommodate the most obvious ethnic group membership. Achieved: the identity achieved person has engaged in both exploration and commitment and really understands what it means to be part of the ethnic group. Jasmine's current identity status aligns with the achieved status. Jasmine incorporates her ethnic identity into her day-to-day activities, included in our workouts by fusing Latinx music, Latinx cardio workouts such as Zumba, and Latinx cultural dances. Ethnic identity development continued. Empirical support: in a study by UC Santa Cruz professors Moin Said and Margarita Azmitia, titled A Narrative Approach to Ethnic Identity in Emerging Adulthood, Bringing Life to the Identity Status Model explores identity development. The purpose of the present study were to A. Understand emerging adults' ethnic identities by exploring their narrative of ethnicity-related experiences, and B. Link ethnic identity processes to the content of how ethnicity is experienced. Asian American and Latino participants were overrepresented in the achieved status. This shows the importance of ethnic identity in Latinx individuals by showing that Latinx individuals overrepresent those who achieve identity status. Jasmine has achieved identity status, but continues to explore her identity in all aspects of her life.